Hey, I'm Giovanni Astuti from the Botanical Garden and Museum of the University of Pisa, Italy. I work at the museum section where I am in charge of the management of the non-living collections, especially the herbarium collections. The Botanical Garden of Pisa is the oldest university botanic garden in the world, being founded in 1543 by Luca Ghini, who was also credited as the inventor of the herbarium as we know it today, that is a collection of dryad plants. As a botanical institution, we are committed to spreading botanical knowledge at different levels to different kinds of users. Some numbers: the garden has an extension of about 25,000 square meters and has about 2,000 cultivated plants. We put a special focus on endangered taxa. Currently, we have about 50 taxa in cultivation that are considered threatened at global level according to the IUCN. We support researches carried out by scholars of botany, collaborating with them in some sorts of common garden experiments on plants belonging to some critical groups studied for systematic purposes, and plants that were collected in different sites across their ranges. As concerns our herbarium, it consists of about 400,000 specimens collected since the end of the 18th century. The staff, our staff members are directly involved in increasing the herbarium with new collections, mostly focused on the Italian flora and on our region, Tuscany in particular. We are also carrying out cataloging of historical collections and activities, studies for dedicated to nomenclatural types preserved here. We are also making considerable progress, I would say, in herbarium digitization, thanks to an extensive background work for the acquisition of specimens, images, and labels, metadata, and their databasing, of course, which also requires expertise to build and improve the taxonomic backbone of the database. In our garden, you can also find a permanent museum exhibit that recalls the history of the garden, with a particular focus on its institutional role for the teaching of botany. I'd like to mention the very fascinating plant and mushroom models created from fine beeswax and natural dyes by wax modelers of the Florentine school, which flourished between the 17th and the 19th century. Taxonomy is usually seen as a discipline, let's say, out of date, maybe not so cool or appealing, to attract funding, especially for this reason. Instead, we believe that taxonomy is fundamental, especially for documentation purposes of living and non-living museum collections. Therefore, to be part of a network that mainly takes care of these two elements, museum collections and taxonomy, is a great opportunity for exchanging knowledge and having a better access to financial support. If we work together, we join forces, maybe this could lead to better access to funding.